Damon, this is very serious. Look at the smoke. You need to stay with my shot here for a little bit. This is at same place, Simpson and Sooner. We have tons of smoke now. We're starting to see some ashes now, even where in our location, and there are homes right there. And we've already had one report of a home burning in this area. Damon, I am fearful that perhaps one, if not more, of these homes are going to burn. I only see one, like a pickup truck that's a firefighter that's here. They must just have their hands full and they're just out of resources. I don't know, but if anybody with fire can hear me, Simpson and Sooner, you're about to lose several homes potentially.
Okay, Michael, and we will stay with your shot. You know, Michael, from what we see on radar right now, Michael, we have seen a pretty big explosion of fire there. Looks like a big area of cedar trees right here. We see the black smoke going up. Michael, just give us an update right now.
We got a tanker.
Okay, you got a tanker. Okay, so you're currently in southern Logan County. Michael, I mean, you've battled a lot of these fires. How strong are the winds blowing where you are right now?
You know, Damon, the winds have relaxed just a little bit, just like you said earlier. We're not seeing those gusts 50 to 60, but the problem is the fire's too big now. And Kyle, I don't know if you can see that. Look at the wall of smoke that's over there on the horizon now. Damon, the problem with this is it's due west of our location. All of that fire is coming. I mean, the homes that are over here to the left, Kyle, look at the smoke going over top of the homes. I just fear, I don't know how they're going to save these houses right now. I really don't. I mean, the conditions are changing so rapidly. So, you know, even if the winds come down just a little bit, my gosh, Kyle, look at that. Oh my gosh. The amount of smoke that's surrounding these houses, I just hope they're getting out. We have another person that's right here. Kyle, you might want to look at that over there. So there's a guy with a Road Warrior fifth wheel right here. I just spoke with them. I told them to get out. Okay, Kyle, I think oh, look at the flames. Yep, something just caught on fire. Huge right here. That may be a home or an outbuilding. We have gigantic flames right now, right exactly where I was talking about just a moment ago.
Yeah, Michael.
Oh my gosh, this is just heartbreaking.
It really is, Michael. We definitely see this, and even though the winds are coming down just a little bit, they're still blowing at 45 plus miles per hour here. That would equate to a ground speed of about 5 miles per hour, maybe a little bit faster. That's just on flat ground, though. Again, fires burn more quickly when they're moving uphill. Michael, so we see a lot of homes here. Have you seen a lot of home owners coming in? Coming home. I mean, right now it's about 3:30. A lot of people are usually still at work. Have you seen any of these homeowners come home yet, or do you think they're still at work?
Oh my gosh. I'm kind of speechless right now. I'm going to try to keep describing what I'm seeing, but there are a number of cedar trees that are just exploding right next to these houses. And I see lots of vehicles. Like I see a red and a white pickup at that white house that's right over there, along with it looks like an RV. Maybe that's another fifth wheel. There's another home back over to the right. It's kind of got more of a yellow roof along the eaves there, and that's a brick home, and that very well, I don't know, Damon. The wind is in my face now as I'm looking at the smoke. It's continuing to blow from the west and the east. Oh, huge flames over by that white home now. Huge flames. That cedar tree's going up right there, right behind that house. Damon, I just don't know. I don't know how. It will be a miracle if these homes make it. It will be an absolute miracle.